Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial, and we have displaced from over in the IKEA parking lot across the Walt Whitman Bridge here. We're now in Gloucester Township, next door to Camden, on Freedom Pier, Gloucester City, about to see SS United States come under the Walt Whitman Bridge. We just saw the police chase cars go across the bridge, so the bridge should be closed to traffic right now, which means there's about a 15-minute window for SSES to come under. You can see we've got the Moran tugboat here at the bow that has that bow chain we pointed out in the earlier part of the video. And then you've got at least 4 other tugboats, probably more, along the sides of the ship. It looks like her first funnel is coming under the bridge right now. It looks like they were guessing that she would have about 6 feet of clearance thanks to the extreme low tide that we have right now. That is the whole reason why we're doing this today and at this specific time. First funnel made it out clearly, as did the foremast. It looks like the second funnel is going under right now. These funnels are aluminum, not steel, and you can see that they haven't held paint very well. Largely because of that, it doesn't look like they've got the appropriate primer on them. That would be an issue back in the 70s when they were applying that coating. You can see that they've got weird wing shape on the back of the funnel. SS United States burns fuel in a similar way to Battleship New Jersey. She's not diesel powered like more modern ships, and so her funnels would be making some exhaust, and those fins on the back keep that soot from blowing back on the deck. That is one of William Francis Gibbs' many, many design innovations with SS United States. Looks like all the tall parts of the ship are through, and her stern's coming under the bridge as we speak. You can see several smaller boats around, various law enforcement craft. There is a no sail zone around the vessel, so they're keeping pleasure craft away. Not that there's too many out here on the Delaware River today. Most folks still have their boats up in the marinas wrapped in plastic. Doing this with Battleship New Jersey. I climbed up on the top of the mast to see how much clearance we would have under the bridge. And I could just about touch standing up there. I'm 6 feet tall, one curator height, so that's about how much clearance they said SS United States would have. So that's probably about 3 or 4 feet less clearance than Battleship New Jersey had. Of course, she's cut down to the funnels already. We're now watching her leave Philadelphia for the last time. For those of you just joining us, she is beginning a 2-week open ocean dead ship tow from Philadelphia to Mobile, Alabama, where she's going to be prepared over probably the next 8 to 12 months or so. And they're going to prepare her to turn her into an artificial reef in Okaloosa County, Florida. That's near the Panhandle. It's one county over from where the aircraft carrier Riscony was sunk about 2 decades ago. When she is sunk, she will be the largest man-made artificial reef in the world, and she'll take that title away from Riscony. Preparation will largely involve removing any hazardous material that might still be on board, although that was largely done several decades ago. And they will then start to cut holes in the ship, both for safe diver access and also to make the ship sink in a more even fashion. They're going to want her to sink perfectly on her flat bottom so that she is sitting upright and not on her side, just because that'll be better for divers. She's roughly parallel with us. You can see she's over 900 feet long, almost 1,000 feet, so nearly 100 feet longer than the battleship. She's also a couple feet narrower than the battleship, but about 101 feet wide. We're 108 feet wide. They are getting her out here ahead of a storm that's working its way up the East Coast. I've got a friend down in Virginia who says that it's snowing there. So we'll probably get her downriver ahead of that hitting our area. There on the fantail you can see one of her 4 propellers. Just like Battleship New Jersey, her 2 inboard propellers were 5-bladed, her outboard propellers were 4-bladed. As I understand it, all 4 of her propellers have been removed. And there are several on display out there. Another task that they've talked about doing while she's in Mobile is removing the mast and stacks, like we talked about in the earlier part of the video. That is going to allow them to sink her in shallower water while maintaining safe navigation for surface vessels, and it's going to allow them to use those for a landside display. The SS United States Conservancy has been set up a landside museum, so that folks who are interested in the United States, particularly the divers who are going to go dive on her, will be able to watch the, will be able to learn about the ship before or after diving.
What's our crowd look like today?
Despite it being a cold, dreary, gray day with a pretty brutal wind, we've got quite a crowd here. Pan the camera around a little bit so you can see some of the folks here with us on Freedom Pier. It's a fairly similar number that we had across the river near that IKEA parking lot where she was docked. More people than I expected to be here. It's way more than were out for the earlier move earlier this week. And there have been several news stations here, which is great because during our first move, there were no news stations. It was during the Super Bowl parade, so everybody was in Center City. Pretty good view of her stern now as she heads down the river. They're using significantly more tugboats than we used for the move of Battleship New Jersey. But again, she's a little bit larger by length, if not by weight. We're going to sign off here before I break out into tears. I will see you guys in a future video. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of private individuals and businesses. We really appreciate that support. It's what keeps us from being towed down the river to be turned into